In this video, we're going to talk about some of the hottest books coming out for the week of October the 4th. And the first book on our list is Transformers #1. Now, this is the premiere issue of the Transformers ongoing title by Image. And we did a little research on this book. This is going to be the first appearance of Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Soundwave from the Energon universe.
If you're a Transformers fan, look for this book.
Optimus Prime was supposed to have led the Autobots to victory. Instead, the fate of Cybertron is unknown, and his allies have crash-landed far from home alongside their enemies, the Decepticons. As these titanic forces renew their war on Earth, one thing is immediately clear: the planet will never be the same. New alliances are struck, battle lines are redrawn, and humanity's only hope of survival is Optimus Prime.
Always gotta love the Transformer books, especially when we've got a first appearance or a #1 coming out.
And I think this is going to be a really popular book. Apparently 150,000 copies have been ordered from retailers, and there's 24 variants on the League of Comic Geeks. They got Optimus Prime, Soundwave, Ratchet on the covers. I do like Optimus Prime dunking in a basketball game against Starscream. And then this spoiler variant, who knows what it's going to be?
You know, Matt and I were talking about it. It could mean that there is a big first appearance in this book. Maybe one of them gets knocked off. Something big that they haven't mentioned is going to come. Like Matt said, a lot of cool covers. You know, maybe look through them, see if your favorite Transformers on the cover of one of them. There's a lot of the covers. I see some that have Soundwave, who was always my favorite. So keep an eye out for the spoiler variant. The next book we have for the week of October 4th is Black Panther #5. This is going to be the first appearance of Kivuma, who is an evil spirit. The synopsis for this book reads: The mystery of the Grey Wolf. After Black Panther's battle with Deathlock, tensions are high in Burnin. As strife between the ruling crime families threatens to escalate into a full-fledged gang war, can T'Challa restore peace in the city before it's too late? And what of the whispers of this evil spirit, Kivuma? Who is the Grey Wolf that curses Wakanda? So let's check out the League of Comic Geeks variants for this Black Panther book. There's a few. I don't know, Matt, you see anything that catches your eye here?
As far as I can tell, I don't see this evil spirit appearing on any of the covers, but a couple, 3 pretty cool variants. If you're thinking about this book for the speculation, probably just be safe with cover A.
You got to be really careful buying the variant books. You can end up spending a lot of money on these covers. Some of the times these books don't amount to anything and you've wasted money on them.
Yeah, and this sounds like it could be a villain. We're always very cautious with these villain first appearances. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and comment down below. Let us know what books you're picking up for the week of October the 4th.
We just recently went over the 1,000 subscriber mark. We are going to have a big giveaway at the 1,200 mark. So stay tuned into some of our upcoming videos and we will give you the details on the giveaway to one of our lucky subscribers.
And the third book on our list is G.O.D.S. #1. Now, this is a dual threat book. You got the first appearance of Kubus Core, a being of pure corruption, and the first appearance of the Centaur of the Centum. Synopsis reads: Jonathan Hickman reinvents the cosmology of the Marvel Universe. Old acquaintances are reunited during a Babylon event. The Lion of Wolves throws the worst parties. Don't look under the table. There's a John Wilkes Booth penny on the ground. This enormous, extra-sized first issue features Doctor Strange, who, while not boring at all, is easily the most boring person in this book.
Anytime you have a Jonathan Hickman series, I feel like they're always successful. So I think this is going to be a nice run of books, and it's got 2 first appearances in this too.
Now, for you guys looking at this book, do be aware that it's going to be a big issue. So I believe it's going to retail for $9.99. And let's take a look at some of the variants.
I'm always a sucker for the Peach variants. You can't go wrong, and they always seem to be good value and worth something.
So the first appearance is actually going to be on this second printing. And as far as I can see, this evil person, this Kubus Core, he is the face in the background with the multiple eyes. And then this Centaur of the Century is the old man in the lower left with the beard. And we did a little research on this book. So the first appearance is actually the second Centaur, who is going to be Dr. Saint Circly.
You've got 2 first appearances in this book. This looks to be the only one with the first appearances on the cover.
Yeah, so if you're banking on these characters, maybe skip this book for the week of October the 4th and look for that second printing in your local comic book stores.
And our 4th and final book for October the 4th is a Star Wars book. It's Star Wars High Republic, Shadows of Starlight #1. And there's also a first appearance in this book, Soleil Agra. Who lived, who died? Answers to the greatest catastrophe of the golden age of the Jedi. Little has been revealed about the year following the fall of Starlight Beacon and the ultimate triumph of the Nil until now. The Jedi Council, reeling from its losses, has recalled its Jedi Knights from across the galaxy and instituted the emergency measures. Master Yoda has a plan to save the Order and the galaxy, but he must touch the dark side to achieve it, and the consequences will be grave indeed.
So another Star Wars book on the list for the week, which we love. And let's take a look at the variant covers.
Now, I gotta say, I really like this Marquez variant.
So we did some research. This is actually this new appearance of this character, and apparently she's the same race as Kit Fisto.
And Kit Fisto, even though he had a lame death in Revenge of the Sith, he's awesome in the Clone War cartoons. I love the character Kit Fisto. And when I saw this girl on the cover, and she's the first appearance, I'm definitely buying this Marquez variant, a 1 in 25.
So it looks like she is also on the regular cover and the Noto Virgin variant, but I think this Marquez variant is probably going to be the money book.
Yeah, she's front and center. She looks really cool with her, it looks like, is that a yellow lightsaber on there?
So if you're considering Star Wars Starlight #1, you definitely have to look at this variant featuring this new character. Before we go to our pick of the week, let's go to our long box book, and we got a few of them today for you guys.
And keeping on the theme with Star Wars, I got to tell you guys, I'm loving the Ahsoka show. I think it's the best Star Wars series that's been out.
And Jason knows I haven't watched Ahsoka yet, so thanks a lot.
I'm ashamed of you, actually.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I finally caught up with it, and I'm loving it. I love Filoni, love Favreau. They're saving Star Wars for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost to the point now where if Filoni does it, I'm going to watch it and it's going to be good. His stuff is like gold. And the rest of the stuff, if I'm being honest, it hasn't been great. The first book I'm going to show you is a little more expensive. This is Thrawn #5. But this is the variant cover. This is the Albuquerque variant, a 1 in 25. It has some keyworthiness. It is the origin of Thrawn. Now, a raw copy, I picked this one up at auction and I paid almost $200 for it, so it's very pricey. A 9/8 of this variant cover just sold for $13.50 back in June. This is a very expensive book. You can get the regular cover of Thrawn 5 for I think around $200 for 9/8. Raws are like $20-25. Thrawn, he's known as the best battle tactician in the Empire. He's just a very intriguing character, and if you're into Star Wars, I can't recommend enough this miniseries. If you can find the variant covers, they are, incredible looking. They're becoming harder to find. Again, I recommend this Star Wars Thrawn series.
And the second long box book we want to go over is Star Wars Obi-Wan #1. Now, this is a special cover. This is the 1 in 25 Garbett variant, and this is the first appearance of Reva. If you're familiar with that Obi-Wan series, sorry, spoilers here, this character here first appears in that series, and this is her first appearance in comics. So if you're a Star Wars collector, this is a great book. It was a recent release that came out, and this one's definitely a little bit more affordable. You're probably looking at $20 or less for this book.
And the last of our long boxes is another Star Wars book, Star Wars The High Republic #6. And this is a variant cover. This was a store exclusive, and it's the first cover appearance of the Jedi Vernestra Rowe. I'm loving all these different new Jedi, Sith, Force users. This is a cool book. It's a store exclusive. There is a virgin copy of this too, with none of the headlining on it. The rumor is she is going to be the star of the upcoming Acolyte series.
My pick of the week for the week of October the 4th is going to be Transformers 1. You got those 24 variants coming out, and I'm going to recommend that Bertram spoiler variant. Who knows what's going to be on the cover? I'm really excited to find out.
Matt, I like that book, but it's obvious that you're definitely from the Transformer era, and I'm from the Star Wars era because I am picking Shadows of the Starlight 1, Star Wars High Republic. And I'm not only picking this one, but I'm going with the variant cover that has the first appearance of Soleil. I think it's a great cover. I love her yellow blade, and that's my pick.
So those are our picks for the week. Let us know in the comments below what books you're picking up. Please like and subscribe and comment. Make sure you follow us next week for our new videos.
MJZ out.